Yes, guys, we're back with another episode of Rating Your Saves. So big up everyone watching this right now. Make sure you are hitting that like, comment, and subscribing. Like I always say, this does help the algorithm and push me out to more people. So I do appreciate the love and the support. Don't forget to join the Discord as well as the Patreon. And make sure you are checking out all the social media platforms. The links are in the description, man. But let's get straight into this episode of Rating Your Saves. Before we go anywhere, Football Manager 24 has finally been announced and it will be out on November the 6th. And I'm going to bless you guys right now with a discount code so you can get Football Manager for very, very cheap. Here's how you can do it. So first up, you're going to go to my YouTube or the link in the description, and it's right here in my bio. Click this fanatical link and it will take you right here. We can see Football Manager 24 for £36.89. However, you can get it even cheaper. Click checkout now, first and foremost, and then scroll all the way down and you get to, do you have a coupon? And yes, you guys do. Type in the code ZIMSMULLER, very, very simple. Apply that and you can see your coupon has been applied successfully. Scroll all the way up and you can now see your Football Manager is available for £35. Make sure you are using code ZIMSMULLER at the checkout and the link is in the description. But let's get straight into this video right now. And if you want to send over your saves to feature the episode of Rating Your Saves, make sure you are joining the Muller Gang Discord. Drop in your paragraph as well as the link to your save. And here we are with the first save, and we have John Cass with Getafe, and he says, I liked Getafe for a long time. I done a save with them on FM21, but in the middle of season 2, the save crashed and I could not continue it. One day I was bored and decided to start a save with them in FM23. My aim was to make them one of the best clubs in Spanish football. So here we are with John Cass's save. Let's go straight to the job history right now. We can see, oh my days.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Man said 5 back-to-back La Liga trophies. He's been dominating Spain. And let's have a look at the rest of his trophies. We can see here, he did win the treble and win the Champions League. So big up to him there. Here, Super Cup. Nothing there. Treble, quadruple winning the Champions League. Another Champions League quadruple. That's flipping 2 quadruples back to back. That's insane. And then the treble now. Yeah, he's been dominating Spain if we're being honest. And if we move straight over into his squad, let's have a look at what his team is looking like right now. 5 at the back formation. A lot of people don't really use 5 at the backs, but well done to him. And we're seeing right now his team looks very, very decent. I'm seeing names like Rooney, Bargy in there, Paul Wanner. Zabani's in there as well, Fonseca's in there, and then it's just loads of regens. And in terms of his bench, you can see Gusto there as well, Shelderup, Pavlovic, my guy, Højlund. Yeah, his team's looking very good, man. Let's see what young players he's got and see what his team's looking like. 16-year-old goalkeeper, guessing that's coming out of his youth intake, 110%. We got a 17-year-old Mazzala midfield player, and he came out of his youth intake as well. Then a 19-year-old one who's French. He bought him for 3.7 million. He looks all right. 3.7 million will definitely make a profit on him. 6'5" as well. 20-year-old one here, left wing back. He bought him for he bought him for 39 million. Jesus Christ. And he exchanged a player as well. But let's have a look at his starting 11 and see how he got some of these guys. I want to look at his advanced forward off the rip. Looks very, very good. And you can see he bought him for 23 million. Not too bad. Young player, he's worth 130 right now, so definitely worth it. Let's look at his left winger. Looks good as well. 72 million he spent on him. His left back, we'll have a look at him. His left back looks decent. He spent 70 million on him. He looks like he spent a lot of money, if I'm being honest. His right back, he bought for 59 million. That's what I'm saying. This team looks very good. However, it looks like he has spent a lot of dosh getting them. This player here, 56 million as well. And his goalkeeper, fine. Let's have a look at his goalkeeper. His goalkeeper he got for 99k. So yeah, that's a good deal over there. And we're going to move straight into his development center and see what he's got here in the development center. Into the under-19s, we're seeing a couple 4.5 stars, 4-star rated players at young ages as well. Carmona, we've seen him already. This fella right here, he bought for 2.2 million. I haven't seen him. Looks good though. Another striker here. French striker. Looks like he got him from a youth intake as well, so decent. 17-year-old winger. Looks like he got him from the youth intake. So his youth intake's giving him a couple decent prospects. Now, finally, we move into his transfers. I'm going to go straight to the transfer history. I'm going to go all the way back and see how much he has actually spent. So So we'll go back. First season, he spent 38 million and brought in, sold players worth 69 million. The next season, he spent 60 million, sold players worth 43 and a half. Following season, spent 27 and a half, brought in 25. It's looking good so far. The following season, spent 114 million, but sold players for 145. Season after that, spent 119, then brought in players for 59 million. Then following season, spent 218, sold players worth 125 million. Next season, spent 133, sold players for 145. Then the next season after that, he sold players worth 54 million, but spent 134. Next season after that, spent 125, but sold players worth 154 million. And then this current season, he has spent 6 million, it's looking like young players here, and then sold players worth 1.8 million. And in terms of John Cass's transfer net spend, he has a negative transfer net spend of 183 million. I mean, it's not too bad because you're seeing he's actually winning Champions Leagues. I mean, move straight over into his staff and you do expect him to have some of the best staff in the league, as we can see already. And here we are for John Cass's final save ratings. And first up for save creativity, I'm going to give you a 2. I don't think it was that difficult using Getafe. It would have been harder to choose a team in the lower leagues and build them up. Secondly, for managerial success, I'll have to give you a 5. You've won 3 Champions Leagues. You're dominating the La Liga right now, so props to you, mate. And next, for the squad rating, I'll give you a 4. I feel like some of your youth players ain't that good, so I would like to see a better quality youth players being purchased, but you're still focusing on bringing in those young players as well. And then finally, for club management, I'll have to give your club management rating a 3. I mean, you're in minus 183 million, so there was no way you was really ever going to get a 5. And here we are with the second save, and we have Kim, and he has chosen Go Ahead Eagles. He said, I started a save with Go Ahead Eagles just because they have a cool name and I like the registration rules in Holland. We won the treble last season whilst almost failing FFP. One season I spent 850 million.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Including a random 16-year-old regen right back for 164 million. Bro said he spent 850 million in one season. That is insane. Anyways, let's go straight to his managerial success and see what he's done so far, man. You can see obviously first season 16th, 4th, 6th, second, and then that season he came first, won the Eredivisie. Second season he won the cup. Season after that won the Eredivisie. Season after that won the treble. And then after that with Holland, he managed Holland as well, done nothing there. Season after that he won a Champions League, winning the quadruple actually. And then with Holland he won the Euros as well. And then this current season, he has won a trophy as well. So he's won a Euros and he's won a Champions League. It's not too bad if I'm being honest. And let's move straight over into his team and see what his team is looking like. It's looking very, very good from what I'm seeing. Seeing Endrick there, Wilfred Nonto, and then the rest of his team looks very good. Loads of 5 stars, 4.5 stars. And we're seeing loads of young players. We'll have a look at those. But let's look at some of these players right now. Big Endrick, how much did he pay for him? 49.5, not too shabby there. Nonto, how much did he spend on him? 96 million. Jesus Christ. His striker here, he bought for 59 million. So yeah, his first team he's definitely spent bread on. Then we have his right back, Villa. Let's see how much he paid for him. He bought him for 53 million. His left back, Carlos Eduardo, bought him for 20.5 million. And his 2 centre backs, he paid 26 million for. And the other one he did spend 3 million on. So some good business there. We're seeing players actually been promoted from the youth team. Goalkeeper, 21 million as well, not too shabby there. Rodriguez in the midfield right there, 43 million. Centre mid, he did buy him for 62 million. He spent money on the first team, if I'm being honest, from what I can see. And then 155 million. He was not lying, you lot. He has spent bread for sure, bro. Anyway, we're seeing a lot of young players. Let's have a look at this 16-year-old. This is probably from the youth intake. Oh, no, he actually bought him for 1.9 million. Another 16-year-old he bought for 101 million. FBI, open up! Bro, I'm perplexed, bro. I'm so confused. He spent 101 million on a 16-year-old. Anyway, we move on. We can see another 17-year-old he's picked up for 8.5 million. 18-year-old he has picked up for 4.3 million. Yeah, we can see he's definitely focusing on bringing a lot of youth players in. 43 million on this player right here. Another player here, 7.5. Yeah, he's done very well, man. And if you have a look at his loans as well, we can see loads of players on loan. He's got a player out on loan to Ajax. He bought for 7.25 million, loaned to Ajax. Then another one, Salzburg, bought for 675k, loaned them out. Fernando, bought him for 14 million, loaned them out as well. PSV, this guy's on loan to, bought him for 14.75. Then another player right here on loan to Betis, bought him for 15.75. Yeah, literally, shout out to him, man. You can see he's bought a lot of young players. He's got them all out on loan if they're not in this team. And there's loads of young players that have already been implemented into his first team as well. So big up to him, man. He's doing very, very well, if I'm being honest. And then we move straight over to his transfer history. Let's go all the way back and see exactly what he's done. We're going to see some crazy seasons, like he said. First season spent 32k, sold players worth 1 million. Season after that, spent 10.5, sold players worth 4.7. Season after that, spent 11, sold players worth 10.75. Next season, spent 22, sold players 13.75. The next season after that, he spent 53 and then sold players worth 41.5. Then the next season, he spent 291 million and sold players for 205 million. Following season, spent 207 million and then sold players for 203 million. Looking like he's balancing the book so far. And then this season, you can see he spent 349 million. However, he did sell players and bring in 412 million. Then the next season after that, he sold players for 714 million pounds. That's insane, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Man said 714 million pounds. And then obviously he only spent 167 this season. The following season, he did spend that money. He spent 725 million pounds, bro. We're seeing Matoma on a free. Bro, let's see his highest transfer, because I just need to see this, bro. He bought a player for 155 and non over 96 million. He spent some bread, man. And then obviously he sold players worth 474 in that season as well. And then the following season, he spent 64 million and sold players for 107 million. Jesus. Bro, this guy spent bread. And in terms of Kim's transfer net spend, he has a transfer net positive of 25 million. I big up, bro. I'm not going to lie. From what I'm seeing, the amount of money you're spending, the players you're buying, it's props to you that you've even made some sort of profit. So big up to yourself, man. And then we move straight into his staff, and you would expect him to have some of the best staff in the league. He's not even got it all filled out. He's still got bare more scouts he can get. And here we are with Kim's final save ratings. First up for save creativity, I'm going to give him a 2. Once again, it's in the top division. I feel like you could have done one better and go to lower divisions and try and build a team up. Next up for the managerial success, I'll give you a 4. You have won a Champions League. You won a Euros with Netherlands as well. And then in terms of Eredivisie, it looks like you are dominating, being the best team. And for the squad rating, I'll have to give your squad a 5. Loads of young players, too many to even count. And then your first starting 11 looks very, very good as well, man. So props to you, you're doing well. And finally, for club management, I'll give you a 5. You're in a transfer net positive of 25 million, as well as buying so many crazy players in terms of your staff being very, very good as well, man. So props to you, you're doing very, very well with this save. And this video has been sponsored by Ultimate Champions. And what Ultimate Champions is a free-to-play fantasy football game with officially licensed digital cards. And you have the potential to earn money and earn rewards in the game. So this is how the platform looks like. Obviously, this is my current squad right now. I have created a league for the Muller gang. Also, you have tournaments. This is where you can earn money by basically facing other managers using your current team. Then you have the marketplace where you can purchase more players. Then you have packs as well that you can also purchase. And then you have your collection where you can see all the players that are in your squad. Make sure you are signing up using the link in my description, people. And here we are with a Aalborg save with Djurgården, and he said starting a save with my local team, Djurgården in Sweden, with the main aim being to win the UCL. Hoarding youngsters was a big part of this save because of the regulations in the league and not getting much money from the league to buy developed players. And here we are with a Aalborg save. Straight into his job history, we can see he has been dominating the Swedish Premier Division with loads of first place and second place finishes. He did also manage England as well, and we can see he has won something with England. But we can see, yeah, he has been dominating Sweden in terms of what he's been winning in Sweden. But let's get straight to the England side and see what he's won. He did win the Euros with England, so props to him on that one right there. And in terms of this season, he won the double as well. And then this season right here, he actually has won the Champions League with a team in Sweden. Bro, props to you for actually doing what you set your save to do and completing your goal of getting the Champions League. Well done, man. All right, let's move over to his team and see what his team is looking like. A very decent formation. I've never seen something like this before. A 4-1-3-2 on very, very attacking. All right, cool. Let's have a look anyway, man. In terms of the young players, we've seen a lot of young players already in the side. Let's have a look. 17-year-old player right here. He did buy him for 1 million as well. So you can see he's definitely focusing on youth players, like he said. Obviously, one from the youth intake. 18-year-old player from Argentina, bought him for 6.8 million. Another player here from Ukraine, bought him for 19.5. Another player right here, 18 years old, bought him for 2.3 million, looking very, very good. 19-year-old player here, bought him for 650k. A 9-year-old player here, bought him for 8.5 million. Another player right here from Romania, bought him for 4.3 million. Like he said, he is hoarding young players, and we can see. And now straight into his transfers, we're going to go all the way back to the first season and see how much he has spent. So in the first season, he spent 0, bringing in 3 transfers, sold players for 1.9 million. Season after that, spent 9.25, only sold players for 500,000. The next season spent 24.5, but sold players for 27.5. Following season spent 31.5, but sold players for 28.5. The next season after that, he sold players for 31 million, but only spent 24.5 million. Then the next season, he went a bit bigger, spent 76 million. However, sold players for 74 million. Following season after that, spent 62 million, sold players for 35.5. Then the next season spent 97 million, but sold players for 104 million. And then this season, he spent 58 million, but sold players for 14 million. It looks like he's probably spent a bit more than he has made, but let's see. And Aalborg has a transfer net negative of 48 million. I mean, it's not bad considering he's actually won the Champions League. I mean, move straight into his staff. Obviously, he has the best staff in the league, like expected. Still got some scouts he can get. Probably doesn't even need them. And finally, here we are with Aalborg's final save ratings. First up, for save creativity, I'm going to give you a 3. You start with your local team in Sweden, and your aim was to win the Champions League. You probably could have done one better and probably gone to a lower team in the Swedish league. And in terms of managerial success, I'll give you a 4. You won the Euros with England, so that's very, very good. And also, you won the Champions League this season after doing very, very well in Sweden. So props to you, man. Next, for your squad rating, I'll give your squad a 5 rating. Loads of young players. Well done for hoarding the young players and looking like you're going to make some profit on those young players, as well as your main team being very good as well. And finally, for club management, I'll give you a 4. Obviously, I can see what you're trying to do. You're buying a load of young players. You're obviously going to try and sell them in the future, obviously bring them into the first team. So it looks good. Obviously, minus 48 million. If it was neutral or positive, I would have given you a 5. And here we are with the final save ratings for this episode. And first up, we have Aalborg, and he has 16 out of 20. Next, we have Kim, and he has 16 out of 20. And finally, we have John Cass, and he has 14 out of 20. Like I said, people, if you want to get involved in rating your saves, make sure you're sending your saves over to the Discord. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.